too much. Just somebody who gon' let me show 'em better. I'm tryna put you on game, level you up. Keep a smile on your face, show your true love. Somebody I can see the world with.
What's goodie, my billionaire beauty babes? It's your girl, Billionaire Bree, reporting to you live. You heard me. And tonight, I'm going to let y'all in my business a little bit. I'm going to tell y'all a story time on how I dated two dudes that ended up being brothers. And I had no idea. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. So, the first guy, we're going to call him Michael. And the second guy, we're going to call him Alex, okay? So, I met Michael first. And I met Michael on a dating app called Hinge. If you are 21 and older, then, and you know you've been in the dating world, then you know about Hinge. Hinge is a pretty cool dating site. I feel like it has better quality men on there than BLK or Plenty of Fish, or what's another one? I can't think of another one, but I feel like Hinge and Facebook dating, they have like the best quality of people. Okay, so that's where I met Michael. I met Michael on Hinge. So we were messaging back and forth, real cool, real chill vibe. And normally I'll go from like Hinge to like a social media, and then we can write on the social media like in DMs for a few weeks, and then I'll give my number. But with Michael, I don't know, his vibe was just different, and I was like, okay, I kind of like his vibe. And so out of everybody that I was like messaging on the Hinge dating app, he's the only one that really stood out. So I was like, okay, cool, let me, give him my number. So I gave him my number. We was texting for a few days, and then one day I was at the gym and he texted me, and he was just like, checking up on me, seeing what I had going on. Michael, keep in mind, Michael is a CDL. He has his CDL, so he's a truck driver, okay? So he can text a lot because he's on the road. Well, he shouldn't be texting and driving, but he has a lot of free time on his hands, as far as like he doesn't have to, he's just driving all day. So he's able to talk on the phone all day. He's able to text all day, right? So we were texting. I was at the gym, and he was asking me like, what you up to? How you feeling? And I was telling him like, hey, I'm at the gym. Let me give you a call when I leave the gym. But I was telling him like, once I leave the gym, I'm gonna go pick up a birthday cake and I think like some balloons or something. And so he was like, today's your birthday? And I was like, no, tomorrow's my birthday. And he was like, what? And he was like, dang, if you would have told me, because I should have given y'all a background story. So Michael used to live where I live, which is in Houston. However, he started driving trucks, so he no longer lives in Houston. He just lives like on the road basically. So he was saying, he was like, when we were texting, he was like, like, when I come out there after I finish, the route that I'm on, we can hang out and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. So now back to where I'm at the gym and we having a conversation. He like, dang, why you didn't tell me it was your birthday? I would have come out there, like, sooner. And I'm like, nah, like, finish your route. I don't want you, stopping what you got going on, stopping your money to come spend my birthday with me. Like, it's cool. It's gonna be chill. And he was like, dang, like, he was kind of bummed that we wasn't gonna spend my birthday together, even though he and I had like just started like connecting and talking and dating or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. It is what it is. So tell me why we keep talking. So the next day, like I said, it's my birthday. So it's my birthday, and I'm just doing just regular chill stuff, getting my nails done, just pampering myself. So Michael texts me, and he was like, how far are you from this address? And I GPS'd it, and it was like 3 minutes from my mom's house, and it was like maybe 7 minutes from where I was at. So I was like, oh, it's like, in my area. He was like, okay, can you be there at this time? I think it was like 5 o'clock or something. He was like, can you be there at 5 o'clock? I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, okay, when you get there, text me and let me know you there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I would call my mom. I'm like, hey, this new dude that I'm talking to, he asked me to go to this location. Can you ride with me? Because I knew I was picking up something, but I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, can you ride with me? She's like, yeah, cool. So I pick my mom up first, and then we go to the place. And when we pull up to the place, it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can't really tell what the place is just by looking at it. So I call him. I'm like, hey, I'm about to, walk in. He's like, okay, cool. It's already paid for. All you gotta do is just pick it up. So I'm like, okay. So I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, the people are holding this nice bouquet of roses. I'm gonna see if I have a picture. If I have a picture, I'm gonna insert it. Okay, so I don't have a picture, but this is the video of the bouquet of roses that he had me pick up. And they started singing me happy birthday. And I was like, oh my God, me and my mom both was so shocked. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so they were like, yeah, Michael got these for you. Happy birthday. Da 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 da. Cool. So I just signed for him, and I ended up going back, to the car. And like, I was like, oh my gosh. So I sent him a message. And I was telling him, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And he was like, that's not all that I have for you. And I'm like, what? Long story short, he ended up surprising me again. Okay, cool. So he was like, I'm coming out there at the end, because our birthday is July 16th. And he was like, I'm going to come out there at the end of July for my homeboy's birthday, but we're going to celebrate as well for your birthday. So I'm like, okay, cool. So of course, we still talking up until this point. So now fast forward to when he's coming out to Houston. So he's like, hey, I'm coming, and like I want us to go on dates. And I was like, okay, like I'm excited. So he planned Friday, I planned Saturday, and then we both came up with stuff to do on Sunday together. However, within those 3 days, it was still one of his good friends' birthdays. So with that being said, we still were incorporating like the different things that he had planned for him and his friend or his friend's birthday party or whatever. So Friday he came, and he was like, meet me at Raw Sushi. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he was like, and then we're gonna go do it was called a sip and paint. And I was like, okay, cool. So we went and did that. Really, really nice. It was so funny because when I was going to the restaurant, I was running late. I was running so late. I was running late. And as I was pulling in, I seen him like power walking to the door of the restaurant. He had another bouquet of roses in his hands. And so, I was on the phone with my aunt as I was driving. I was like, oh my God, I just see him. Like, he's late too. And I was like, and he got flowers for me. And she was like, okay. And I was like so nervous. Y'all, I was so nervous. So like we prayed, and I was like, okay, woosah, like relax. So we ended up walking into the restaurant. As soon as I got into the restaurant, he was at the top of the stairs. If you ever been to Raw Sushi, it's like stairs that go up. So he was at the top, and when I came in, he gave me the roses, and they were so pretty. I do have a picture of that. So this this is the picture of the roses, y'all. So pretty. Some nice red and white roses. They were gorgeous. And so the entire restaurant was like commending him, and like our waiter came up and asked us like, what's the special occasion? And he was like, it's our first date. And like another older gentleman came up to our table and was like, I just want you to know, young man, that you're doing the right thing. Like he got so many compliments. It was like some teenage girls. It was some teenage girls. They were young, and I think they were on a volleyball team, and they were like, oh, those are so pretty, they look so nice. And like they were just complimenting us, and it just felt so good. Like I just was smiling the whole night. It was a good first date, and the first time meeting each other and seeing each other in person. So after we went to Raw Sushi, then we ended up going to the Painting with a Twist. That was fun too. Good vibes, good energy. The next day was Saturday. We ended up at seafood, and then we went and got deep tissue massages, and then he got a section at camp. Saturday, it was a few things when we went out to camp that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So while we were at the club, I had made the decision, like, I'm not going back to the hotel with him. Like, I'm not going to his hotel. I'm gonna go home. Because originally I was gonna go back to the hotel, and I was going, put it on him. But with the stuff that happened at the club, I don't know, I just didn't feel like he deserved any good. So we went to the club, and then after that I ended up going home, and he ended up going to his hotel. And then Sunday, I did church online, and then he came to my crib, and he cooked for me. He cooked us dinner, and then he ended up leaving and going out with his friends for like their last hoorah. And then he got on the road Monday morning, and that was cool. So we talked for a few more months. So this was July. We talked July, August, September, October, and I think we stopped around like October, if I'm not mistaken. And then around like October, I think like October we stopped talking. I can't really remember. I know for sure it's before November we stopped talking. So we kind of just kind of like the conversation kind of just faded away. Like I said, he's a truck driver, so he's on the road all the time. So I had only seen him that one time. So we ended up stopped talking. It's just a regular day for me. I'm going to my clients, going to work, doing my clients. And one of my clients, actually all of my clients, be trying to hook me up with somebody. Like, they always trying to put me on a date, bring somebody to my attention. And I love them for that, because they don't want me to be single. Like, they don't want me to, you know what I'm saying? They want me to be my partner. So I love them for that. I'm not complaining or nothing. So one of my clients, she like, hey, she actually texts me, and she was like, hey Bree, I have a potential candidate for you. And she was like, I'm dating his uncle, and you know, the nephew is here. And she was like, and I think the nephew would be a good, you know, a good match. And she was like, and the nephew, we're gonna call him Alex. Okay, so the nephew's name is Alex. So she like, Alex is here, we all on like, we out eating. I think Alex will be a good candidate for you. He's real cool. He's a firefighter. So this Alex is a firefighter. Michael is a truck driver, right? So Alex, she's like, you know, Alex is cool, blah blah blah. So she's like, can I give him your number? So I'm like, okay, hold on, girl. I said I got 3 questions. She was like, what? I said, how old is Alex? Does Alex have any kids? And where does Alex live? And she was like, okay, Alex is the same age as you. She was like, he doesn't have any kids. I also asked what he do for a living, and that's what she said. He's a firefighter. And then she was like, and he lives in Memphis, but he'll be moving to Houston soon. Okay, cool. So I'm like, yeah, you can give him my number. So Alex ended up texting me, and I think he was like, hey, is this Bree? And I was like, yeah, this is Bree. And he was like, I got your number from a well-known source that says you're a high-value woman, or something like that, something funny. And I was like, you know, that same source told me the same thing about you. And so we text maybe like 2 times, like 2 times within each other, and then like the conversation kind of went dead. And so then he ended up adding me on Facebook, and then he ended up messaging me again, texting me and saying, hey, Bree, you know, I know we've been busy, we haven't communicated. He was like, but I just added you on Facebook. And so I went and I added him back, and I was like looking at his pictures. I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute. So I'm like, I ain't talking to nobody, let me see what it's hitting for, right? And so we started texting more. We actually got on the phone, and this is what made me like start not falling, but like really liking Alex, because we got on the phone, and we were on the phone for 7 hours, y'all. 7 hours. Do you hear me? We was on the phone for 7 hours straight, and the conversation just flowed so so effortlessly. Like, the conversation flowed so effortlessly. It was like so good. We were going from topic to topic. We were talking about like surface level stuff, then we were talking about like deep stuff. Like, it was just a good conversation. It was just like good conversation. We was laughing. He's funny. So because I met or was introduced to Alex through my client, I was like, it was like easier for me to like kind of put my guard down faster than it was for me to put my guard down with Michael, because I met Michael on a dating app, so I didn't really know Michael like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know anything about him. We didn't have no mutuals when we followed each other on Instagram, none of that. But because me and Alex had like one mutual person in contact, or within each other, whatever the case is, I felt like, you know, I could let my guard down a little faster or whatever. So we were talking nonstop, texting nonstop. Girl, every time I see his name pop up on my phone, I was smiling from ear to ear. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with him. Like, oh man, we had a good, like, it was good. The foundation was really good. Like, the friendship was great. It started off really, really good, really, really healthy, really, really fun, really just like cool. And I like that we can talk about, another thing that really made me start liking him was we was talking about credit, and his credit score is really, really good. So he was like willing to help me build my credit. That made me attracted, because it's like, dang, you know how important credit is, and you know how it can affect a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want to get a house together and my credit is bad, I can't. But the fact that he was willing to help is what he would be willing to help me, and he did. He put me on some good tips, some good things to do to fix my credit, and my credit was going up, and I was like, oh, I really like this dude. So we talking, we maybe like, I'll say maybe like 2 weeks in, because I remember him saying, how you already in love with me and it's been 2 weeks or something like that. And I don't know, like, normally I'm real stiff on niggas. Like, I'm real stiff as far as like, I don't let my guard all the way down. Like, I kind of go with what they going with, they flow. You get one chance to make me feel like this ain't it, and like it's a wrap type of thing, you know. So I really liked him, y'all. I really liked Alex. Ugh, girl. So anyways, we on the phone one day, right? Wait, was we on the phone or were we texting? I can't remember if we were on the phone or if we were texting, but no, we were texting. Yeah. We were texting because he sent me a screenshot of a picture of me in high school. And I'm going to insert it, y'all. He sent this picture of me when I was in high school. And he said something about, like, I want this Brie. Like, let me go to his Facebook. But when I went to his Facebook, I didn't really see a lot of pictures. So I'm like, dang, I can't even talk mess. So we get off. We stop texting. And then it's the next day. And like, I'm thinking about him, like he is on my mind heavy, y'all. Have y'all ever had that feeling where like you be thinking about the person and like you just be like rereading y'all messages and like just replaying the conversations over in your head? Like, I know I'm not the only one. Tell me I'm not the only one. Comment below if you ever had that feeling like what I'm explaining about somebody, like where you just be thinking about them. You be just like in la la land. Ugh. It feels so good when it's for the right person. But anyways, so I'm thinking about him and I'm like, let me go to his Facebook, you know, because I did some research on his Facebook, but let me like go see again. So I go on his Facebook and I'm really like deep searching now, y'all. Like, I'm really like deep searching. So tell me why his family, so you know on Facebook you can link like who your family members are. So I go to that part of the Facebook and I see that Michael is linked to his Facebook under his family members and it says brother.
Oh my God.
Y'all, when I tell you my mouth was on the fucking floor, my heart was in my ass. I was like, no way they know each other. No way this is his fucking brother. Like, what? I met Michael on a dating site and I met Alex from a client. How do they know each other? Y'all, it was so much stuff going through my head. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, what do you do? What do you do? If you're in that moment, what would you do? Tell me, what would you do? So I'm like just sitting there and I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like what do I do? Because I really like Alex. Like, I damn near am in love with this man. Like, I love Alex. You know what I'm saying? And with Michael, it was just like a couple of dates we went on and it was cool. Like, but I didn't like him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like him for real. But I like Alex. So I'm like, oh my God. And mind you, like I said, me and Michael did not do anything sexual at all. Like, we didn't do nothing sexual at all. I thought about it, but we did not. And at this point, me and Alex haven't even seen each other in person. We haven't hung out. We had only just been talking on the phone, FaceTime, and just like conversation through the phone. It was nothing in person. So I'm like, dang, okay, what you gonna do? So I thought about a couple different things, y'all. So this is what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I could act like I don't know and just keep talking to this guy and just see where it goes. And then if it comes up, just act shocked and surprised. But then I'm like, okay, that's not honest though. That's not honest. So then I was like, okay, I could say something. And then if he decides he don't want to talk to me, it just is what it is. But I'm like, damn, you be thinking about this man a lot of the time. Like, you enjoy talking to this guy. When he calls, you be excited. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really don't want him to cut you off over this. So I'm like, okay. So I asked a few people. I think I asked like my aunt. I asked my god sister. That's probably the only two people that I asked, like, what should I do? So I ended up just ultimately making my own decision, and drum roll please. I told Alex that I dated Michael. Okay? So this is how it went. I think I don't remember if I texted him or called him. But I told him, I was like, hey, so you and I have like started building a really nice bond, a really cool foundation, a really nice friendship. And I feel like everything has been very transparent between us. Like, we've talked about a lot of different things. And I feel like it's only right that I continue being transparent and honest with you. And I was like, so I was, snooping on your Facebook page, and I came across your the family tab, and I seen that under your family members, you have Michael listed as your brother. And I was like, and I actually know him. And he was like, how do you know Michael? How do you know Michael, girl? So I told him, I was like, me and Michael met on a dating site. We went on a couple dates. I said we did not do anything sexual, and I was like, and then I just decided that he wasn't somebody that I would want to date anymore. So the conversation just kind of like drifted apart, type of thing. Like, it was never really a conversation of like, okay, we're not gonna do this anymore. It kind of just like sizzled off. And so he was like, oh wow. And I was like, yeah. And so he asked like a few more questions, and of course I answered them. And then he ultimately told me, like, I appreciate you for being honest and transparent. I appreciate you for telling me. He was like, I'm not the type of dude to like trip off for stuff like that. Like, it is what it is. I want to keep talking to you. I want to keep dating you. I forgot to mention that Alex did tell me that he and Michael are now blood brothers. They met in school at some point, and that's how they became like brothers through school. So they're not biologically brothers. I'm like, okay, okay, Zeddy. So yeah, we end up, continue to date. He ended up coming out here to see, well, he didn't come to see me. He came out here, and I ended up seeing him while he was out here. The vibe was good, energy was good in person, and we dated. And then stuff just got toxic, unfortunately, and we ended up, actually November 2024, he called me. I called him, he didn't answer. He called me back, and we had a conversation, and he basically told me that he is moving forward, you know what I'm saying, and it's been too much negativity, toxic stuff going on, too much wishy-washy back and forth, and that he would prefer to just move forward and like just basically cut ties with me. And I was like, damn, like, that's it. Like, because I feel like the reason shit is toxic is not something that can't be fixed or something that can't be worked on, you know what I'm saying? But I did take accountability for my actions and my part that I played, and I told him, I wish you the best, and I'm gonna allow you to move forward. And so we've been having no contact ever since. And it's funny because I still be thinking about him. That's why I was like, let me do this story time, because I kind of miss my little man. But I ain't gonna reach out. I told him I'm not, because he made a comment like, you harassing me. And I was like, okay, let me chill. I don't want to go to jail for harassing. So I ended up, like cutting ties, not talking to him or whatever. And I haven't spoken to him since. But Alex, if you come across this video, you were supposed to be my person, Alex. But it's okay, because everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy that we can end on like a positive note, as far as like we were able to have a cordial conversation, express how we felt, apologize for the part we played, and then wish each other the best. And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And so that's a good thing. And I feel like if it was every time where I was like, dang, I need to talk to Alex, like I need to ask him a question or something, I probably could call and ask, but I'm not going to, because it's so fresh right now. It has been a month. No, he told me he cut me off in November, but I think we talked again in December. It'll be a month, January 11th, and today is what, January 7th. So it hasn't been a month yet since we've talked. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. That is the story time on how I dated two dudes that ended up being brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you like this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend to tune in because it's lit over here. If you would like to know any other story times, feel free to comment below and I'll do a story time. Thank you for watching. We are out.
I don't be asking for too much, just somebody who gon' let me show 'em better. I'm tryna put you on game, level you up. Keep a smile on your face, show your true love. Somebody I can see the world with.